Now we got it. I'm doing fine, Nisa. I'm doing really good. At least for the time being. Kathy won. Yes. Yes, Blue. Kathy did win. Yes, Blue. Kathy did win. Yeah. So, Adrasdea, she's pretty much gone on the quote unquote warpath where she's screaming about Aunt Kathy. I mean, sorry, a little coffee. I just need to wake my butt up. Anyway, she screams about her Aunt Kathy, and then she has a meltdown. Come on, guys. This is Adrasdea. Oh, wait. Where are my manners? Oh, what's up, everyone? It's Rickzilla here with a StreamYard stream, which I haven't done in a long time. Might not be the more sufficient, but I know you tried to help Adrasdea, but you know damn well, Blue, that she is beyond help. You know that she can't be helped. She doesn't want help. She's a greedy bitch. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to introduce myself. This is Rickzilla with a StreamYard with a StreamYard stream that, well, I haven't done in a long time, and what better way to do another StreamYard stream than to look at the train wreck that is Adrasdea. So she's been busy making countless videos screaming about how Aunt Kathy is quote unquote twisting her words and let's just take a look at this shit. Because this is funny as hell. Well, in my opinion.
Believe my pain. Will ever believe my pain. Nobody will ever believe my pain. My aunt is now in control of the narrative of my life, and it was my life. I know what I went through. I know what I'm going through. I know what I'm feeling. And nobody will ever believe me. Not ever. Nobody will ever believe me for the rest of my life. Nobody will ever believe me.
No one believed you. No one believed you to begin with, Mary. I mean, you've lied about so many things in your life. You don't even know. Scratch that. You have lied so much in your life that you don't even know what the truth is.
Because my aunt won. Nobody's ever going to believe me.
Aunt Kathy wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
And nobody's ever going to understand what it feels like to be in so much pain and have people tell you that you're lying. To be in so much pain and have people tell you that it never existed to be in so much pain. So much pain, and nobody will ever even accept that I'm in any pain at all, that I'm dealing with anything at all.
I can see no one's commenting on her video. Oh my God, Mary. You're insufferable. You're extremely insufferable.
They just won't be dead.
Yeah. Everybody wants you dead, Mary. Everybody wants you dead.
They just want me dead and not believe. They just want to make sure nobody will ever believe me. And now they have. And now they won. Kathy won. Kathy won. And now.
Oh, Blue. I wish you didn't ask that, because you're gonna be in for a wild ride. So there are so many lies that I don't even know where to begin, Blue. She's lied about how her father abused her as a kid, and then she retconned and said that her father raped her. And then she goes on to lie about how her first husband, Stephen, physically assaulted her. And then she's lied about how Kenneth kept her in a dungeon for 5 weeks. It's all in her book, I Will Never Stop Screaming. And she is lying right now. She has lied about Aunt Kathy abusing her, wanting her dead. There's a list of the lies that I can go through, but I'd be here all day.
Now nobody's ever going to listen to me again. Because Kathy won. Nobody's ever going to listen to me. Nobody's ever going to.
Oh shit, that's what we're calling it? The Gojira Army? Yes. That is the best thing we can call us, Chase.
Believe me, nobody's ever going to help me.
No one should help you.
Nobody's ever going to help me again. Because Kathy won, and
Kathy won. Kathy won. No one's going to believe Adrasdea because Kathy won. Like I said, no one should believe Mary. I mean, there are so many lies that this bitch has told that she doesn't even know what her truth is. Yes, and Kathy won. And Kathy won.
Kathy lied. Kathy lied. She lied.
What did she lie about? As a matter of fact, let's take a look at old Aunt Kathy's videos first before we take a look at some of the crazy shit that Adrasdea said. Don't worry.
Her children lied. And now nobody's ever going to love me. Nobody's ever going to care about me. Nobody's ever going to support me because Kathy won. She's the only one in this world that deserves love and support. She has it all. And she's successfully taken everything away from me. She successfully took away my story. My truth, my life, my existence, my pain. Kathy took it for herself. And the only way anybody will ever believe me is if I die. That's the only way anybody's ever going to believe that I was ever hurting at all. I have to die.
Uh-oh.
And then maybe people will listen. But I doubt it, because my aunt will keep telling them that it was all my choices. There was never anything wrong with me. I'm making it all up. There's no pain. There's nothing. It's all just... I just want to be heard. I just want to be heard.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at what Aunt Kathy has to say about this whole issue. I pulled up some of Aunt Kathy's videos, and let's hear what she has to say.
Well, hi, everyone. I guess this is another fact-finding story time.
Preach, Aunt Kathy. Preach.
You know, there's different types of stories. There's stories that are fiction, which for some, one in particular, fiction means not true, made up, created. You know, it can be fantasy, it can be, you know, just a little story that's made up, which is what they tell continuously. And then there's stories that tell a true story, a true fact, an event that actually occurred. And there's stories where it names.
I gotta be honest, Aunt Kathy is a really, really sweet woman, and one of these days I would love to have her on one of my StreamYard streams. I mean, just to get the truth. I mean, just talk, just a little chat. I mean, she sounds like she has so much to say. It might not be about Mary. It might be about her life and what she does, what she did, and how
Are changed, you know,
and how Mary likes to exaggerate and stretch the truth.
Protect other people that are true. And, you know, there's different types of stories. But well, I'm going to rehash the same story that I have said before, because she just won't leave it alone. She just cannot get it. And I'm going to try this time to speak clearly and try to do it a little simple, like ABC kind of story. So,
You do you, Aunt Kathy.
No one stole anything from you, Mary. Nothing. Let me start back. There was an executor to the will, which was my oldest sister. So everything pretty much went through her. Then, when she asked me to come and just basically witness everything that was being done, just in case someone like, you know who, would question, or any of my other two sisters. So that is exactly what I did. When my sister and I my sister went to the safety deposit box, because legally she was the executor and the only one that could. So she pulled out the papers. We took all the papers we found to a lawyer, to an attorney. He explained each one of them to us. He explained the process that we needed to do. And after the review of the, dollars amount, we didn't have to go to the courthouse or anything. We didn't have to do none of that. Then we went to the bank to talk to the woman that had taken care of her accounts for many, many years. And she told us about the condo, and she told, and we asked her, what should we do about that? And she told us the truth.
The condo. Oh yeah, the condo. The condo that Mary left in tattered ruins. Like I said, if you thought Shanny for Christ's townhouse was bad, then oh boy, you're in for a world of hurt. I mean, from what I've heard from Aunt Kathy and cousin Sarah, Mary left the condo in complete disarray, almost like a disaster happened. Like a bomb went off there. I mean, there are roaches, rats. There were roaches and rats. There is blood and feces and rotting food everywhere. I mean, oh my God. Like I said, I thought Von Helton's trailer was bad. I thought Shanny for Christ's townhouse was bad. Wow. That condo needs to be, that condo was probably condemned.
That there was more money owed on it than it was worth. So the best thing for us to do is, if we, unless one of
11
one of us
viewers.
wanted to, go and do whatever the process was, to let it go. So that's what we did. The next, and we found out that her investments, her money that she had with the financial advisor, had been moved from that one bank that she'd been with for years to Bank of America. With the same financial advisor, he left the bank. And that occurred, I don't know when the exact time frame was, but regardless, her and I went and called him because we had to make an appointment, because that's how you do it. And we sat with him. He checked, and my sister was named as the beneficiary. So, in the legal perspective, that means that she could do whatever she wanted to do with the money. The money that Mary seems to think would have made her a millionaire. There was, like I said previously, that there was less than 500,000. Not much less, but there was less. And he scheduled us to come back in, and he would have everything done, and he sent it. It was wired to an account at another bank, which my sister banked at, that also had an account set up, that my mother wanted to make sure that we were not, financially strapped paying for a funeral. So that she had money set up in there for the funeral, which was done exactly like she wanted. Um, well, I'm getting off track here. But anyway, when we got to the when we went to the bank after the money was wired, uh, which was the first week of January, and my sister had them print out the cashier checks. We sat and discussed it, and
I'll get back to you, Aunt Kathy. But what you said, this is something I haven't heard about. So this was on BitChute, and it's under the account of Niece Wolf. And wow.
Adrasdea, I'm about to show you that when you lie blatantly about people, when you attack people because you are a jealous, vicious, degenerate, pedo-fucking compulsive liar, there are real world consequences.
Well, that's true. I agree with you.
But first, I want to address this fucking idiot. Gigi Allen, you are willing to give this pedo fucking degenerate who attacked AP's girlfriend $320, which you could go and pay a prostitute to do the same fucking thing. My guess is that you've never been laid in your lifetime. And if getting off to a Herman Munster pedo fucking freak like Adrasdea gets you off, my advice, go get help. And this dumb bitch. Ditto what I just said to him. You are wanting to give $200 to this degenerate who attacked AP's girlfriend because she doesn't like AP. Who willingly helped kill a woman with cerebral palsy. Who willingly fucked two pedophiles. Barbara, go give your $200 to a charity. Do something beneficial with your $200. Dumb fuck. Hey, Doctor. Now back to you, Mary. This is who employs Kanisha, right? Mary? This is who employs Kanisha? Who I just reported to the American Hospitals Association? Yeah, I actually did that. Because I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm about to tell him about her and all about you. You want to fuck with Leaf? You want to fuck with me? Well, honey, I'm going to fuck you harder right back.
Well, then again, I could say that Mary might have been lying. But then again, I would say that much like Shani, Mary was lying. Mary has been, much like Shani did when she was doing her court-mandated therapy, Mary was probably lying to her therapist. You know.
You made the biggest mistake in your life when you decided to fuck with me and leave. And don't be surprised if Leaf is doing the same thing and more. Because I know Leaf. I've known Leaf for quite a few years. I know what she's like when she's angry. You are about to suffer real-world consequences for what you did today. You vindictive bitch.
I'm not usually good on...
This is my opinion about the whole Adrasdea/Mary situation. And it's just my opinion. You don't have to like it, and I'm not asking anyone to like it.
Well, your opinion is our opinion, niece. So, Well, technically, your opinion is actually our opinion, Niece Wolf.
Is this just coming from someone who does have mental health issues? I'm agreeing with Cassie. She needs to be put in some kind of fucking facility.
I believe you.
She is becoming.
Well, yeah. This is her opinion, but what Niece Wolf, yeah.
A danger to herself, which I know a lot of, she has fucked over a lot of people and a lot of people don't give a fuck. And I totally empathize with that.
Really?
But she's becoming a danger to other people.
Well, we all know that. We all know she's a danger to other people.
There are other people that live within her complex. I mean, we've heard young kids when she's made videos. She's becoming a danger to society.
No shit.
And I don't think that's an exaggeration. I mean, look at her videos of her screaming into her phone. It amazes me that she has not been picked up by the police for that. It really does. But when she's becoming brazen enough to show pills in a video, whether she did it or not, it doesn't matter. It's the intention. It's where her mind is at. She's getting that desperate for money because she doesn't want to work.
Well, yeah. We've all been there.
Okay? Kimmy said it in the live stream
Maybe.
today.
Maybe. She could have been from the Kumite. She could have been from Tonka Saw's crew. Who knows?
That Mary needs to be 5150. I totally agree. I totally agree. She needs to be shown that this behavior is not acceptable. This behavior is not acceptable from a 36-year-old adult because she's not listening, because she thinks she's above it, because her stupid Facebook simps are telling her she's above it. It's like I have said in so many of my previous videos. Her Facebook simps truthfully don't care about her. They don't. And the two dumb bitches that always turn up in her comment sections, they don't give a fuck about her. None of her Facebook simps care about her. Because if Mary ends up going to a psych ward or going to jail, they will find another person to latch on to. Because that's what those people are like. I have seen this happen. I'm actually talking to someone who
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah, so niece is not someone we trust. I mean, she's basically kind of a nuisance herself. But regardless of that shit, I mean, there are some truths to what she's saying, even though I wouldn't take her word for anything because I believe Aunt Kathy more than I believe niece. Like I said, I'm going through almost every video from Mary.
Question. I watch Dr. Grande's videos sometimes, and
I watch Dr. Grande's videos. I do watch Dr. Grande's videos too because, well, I have a thing for watching. I have a thing for when it comes to mental people with mental problems, and I do watch them because I like to get informed.
he begins every video saying that he's not diagnosing anybody. He's just speculating on what we know.
I agree.
Is he saying that because it's
Yeah,
illegal?
I agree. I agree, Blue. I agree that Shani isn't as vindictive or spiteful as Shani, Rev, G-Man, and Von Helton. I mean, as much as I don't like Shani, as much as I despise Shani, as much as I despise Von Helton, the difference is Shani is not an accessory to murder. If anything, she basically nearly attempted a murder when she came at her ex-husband with an axe.
For him to diagnose somebody that he's not treating? Because if it's so, isn't it illegal for my aunt to be diagnosing me as faking my mental illnesses and diagnoses me as not having celiac when she is not my doctor and is not trained to diagnose either of those things? And never in her videos does she say, I'm just speculating or this is just my opinion. She says that it's the truth. And I'm just curious how legal it is for her to actually make medical statements about me and say that they are the truth when she is not a therapist or a psychiatrist or licensed in any way.
And the fact that there were people, I mean, that Barbara chick, yeah, Barbara, you're better off donating your money to someone that really needs it, like myself. As a matter of fact, if you wish to support me in other ways, again, I've linked my PayPal in the description if you want to check it out. You don't have to, but it would be nice to throw a few dollars my way, just to keep me in the double digits for the time being.
Is it legal for her to be doing this?
No, it's not illegal for her to do this. I mean,
And before y'all start crying, oh my God, you doxed your aunt. I don't know how to contact her. If y'all can figure out how to contact her using that information, please tell me, because I would love to speak to the bitch and find out why she would not release that trust to me.
Woo!
Okay, so I'm gonna be trying to contact somebody in my family tomorrow that's not my aunt Kathy. I'll be trying to contact my other aunts.
Yeah. Blue is still new to the whole Adrasdea thing. I mean,
Or my mother possibly, but I have to have somebody who I know is not going to lie to my face.
she kind of looks like that creature from the Goonies.
At least I hope is not going to lie to my face to tell me what's happening, because I don't know anymore. What I know is that after my grandmother passed, my aunts came and they told me verbally that that property was mine. And when I asked for the deed, Kathy herself told me to figure it out. And a friend of mine figured out for me that it was in the trust, because I couldn't even figure that out myself. And we sent lawyers letters and we tried, and they would never unlock that trust. And now they're saying that it was never mine and they never told me it was mine. And okay, so thinking logically, knowing that I have mental health issues, I don't know. Is it possible that she didn't say that and I just remember it? I don't know. But if I'm remembering things that clearly that are not real,
Yeah, that is another thing about that. She doesn't even know what's real anymore. I mean, she's been living in her own fantasy world where she is the perpetual victim, and it's become hard for her to decipher what is real and what is not. It conflicts with her bias, because her bias is pure shit.
that's also proof that I am not mentally capable of working, because I'm remembering very, very clear memories that apparently never happened. That's like schizophrenic, extremely schizophrenic.
Oh, now
And
she's claiming to
my
be
aunt,
schizophrenic.
she can't say that both things are true, that I'm not mentally unwell, but that I've imagined her telling me to figure out how to get the deed to that property, but she never told me that and it was never mine. Either I'm mentally unwell to the point that I'm literally not remembering my life correctly, and y'all are going to have to accept that if I'm that mentally unwell that I can't trust any of my memories to that level, that I can't work. Or
you don't want to work.
My aunt is playing mind games with me and with y'all to convince you that I'm evil and deserve the pain and suffering that you people are putting me in. And I don't know which is true anymore. I don't know what's real and what's real in this world anymore. I really don't. But at this point, if I'm imagining things that clearly that are not real, then what is the point in trying to live? Because it's only going to get worse as I get older. Like, I'm only 36. If I'm remembering things that clearly that are not real, what's going to happen when I'm 46? And I'm still entirely alone. Like, y'all don't even understand. Y'all don't even understand.
It's all a blank space. Mary is almost 40 and she still hasn't become an adult. What does that say about her character? What does that say about her? And here is one of my favorite moments of Mary is this. And here is one where she went completely hysterical. Both Hatman and Adonis Paul covered this. Is this Blue? Is this the one where you said to take a breather, or is that some other video that she put out?
Can you take this? Nobody's.
I haven't spoken to Todd in a while.
Never gonna care. Not ever gonna care.
Damn. Let's hear that again. You know, I should make that as like a when I inevitably start getting super chats, I'm gonna make this as like a notification.
You take this. Nobody's ever gonna care. Not ever gonna care.
Yeah, take a deep breath. Yeah, AP. Hey, AP! Oh, sorry. It was the live stream. Oh, wait. Oh, so it was the live stream that she tried to do, which, of course, we all know how that went, right?
They came. They told me verbally that property was mine. They refused to tell me where the trust was, telling me to figure it out. I hired lawyers who sent my aunt letters to release that property, and she would not respond. And all they would tell me was that we had to wait for her to respond. The lawsuit that finally went through, and how many times they had to file it.
She looks like an alien.
Is proof that my aunt was not responding to lawyers. And I have proof that I had lawyers messaging her because I was posting about it on YouTube and on Facebook while it was happening.
It can't be one!
I'm on my period and I need tampons.
Oh, that's a good way to start a video. Yeah, she needs tampons because otherwise she's going to use toilet paper. Poopy.
I can't stop obsessing over why my family has been doing this. Because after the Daywave thing, right? After she went on that show and told them that they gave me that property, her children were posting on YouTube. They were posting saying that they gave me that property was mine. Sarah and Randy both posted comments saying that property was mine, that they gave me that property. The whole family knew that property was mine. So why was it now never mine and always for my Aunt Catherine, who refused to release it? Why now, after they're saying that it was her?
Because Mima knew that you would waste that money, that you would leave that property in disarray. I mean, you tried to sell that. I mean, we know about the condo. We know that you left that in tattered ruins. And we know that you can't even take care of yourself. How are you going to look after after your grandma's property? I mean, look at you. You've been living on the streets for almost 5 years. Voluntarily, you chose to be homeless. You were basically, it racks the mind, doesn't it?
You know, but for months, they told you people that property was mine. They gave it to me and I just wasted it. I sold it or I did whatever. Why? Why did the story?
Because her ego won't let her, Blue. Her ego is too much for her to handle. Her ego won't let her. Her victimhood won't let her think things through.
Keep changing. Why did they come and tell you people that the property was mine for months when they have proof that the property was never mine? Kathy went on that show and told you guys that property was mine, that they gave it to me and I just wasted everything. And now she's showing proof that property was never mine and somebody had to sell it to take it from my aunt. What's the truth? What is the goddamn truth?
Yeah.
When they came and they gave me that cashier's check, they told me that property was mine verbally, and then they refused to tell me where the deed was. And it took months to find out the deed was in a trust that was not left to me. So if it was not left to me, how was it mine? Why did they come and verbally tell me that it was mine? Why did I spend over a year trying to get access to something that was never mine because they verbally told me that it was mine? Why did they come on your comments and tell you that they left it to me, that they gave it to me, and that I wasted it? Why is my little sister on my Facebook telling people that I was given that property and that I just wasted it?
And then she starts going completely hysterical. She's going to hyperventilate. And now, one of the best moments. And now for the coup de grace.
Okay, I had to search for a while to find.
And now for the coup de grace, folks. The moment of truth. Yay! Oh, thank you, Chase. Thank you, Chase the Train. You are a peach. You are awesome. Thank you for donating to the PayPal.
This, but I fucking found it. This is my cousin Randy. This is my Aunt Kathy's son telling people that I received that property in Florida.
Please, guys, hit that like button. Show the world that you care, because the fuck people care about this stuff. Show the fuck people that you guys care. Show AP that you care.
And I did nothing with it. Right here at the bottom it says...
Show Rickzilla that you care.
Hold on. Let me get the highlighter out. And remember, this is her son. So if Kathy knew this entire time that property was never mine, why is her son this year telling people that it was mine? Let's see. Intercoastal property worth a mess of money. She chose his life. She wasn't done wrong by our family. She was left a price of prime property. Only intercoastal worth a mess of money and didn't even try to sell or get a job to pay the taxes on it.
Yeah. Go if you guys please go check out Adonis Paul's channel. I mean, he just got his other channel up because who knows that someone tried to have his channel flagged again, and I think we know who that person was.
She didn't even have it a year before the state took it. How did the state took it if last year Catherine was sued to take it, Randy? How did the state take it from me if Catherine was sued to take it last year? And how did I never try to get it back when I worked for a year with a lawyer sending Catherine letters to get her to release it? This is my family telling you that property was given to me and I wasted it. So why now is Kathy telling you all that property was never mine? Never mine. She says it was never mine.
It was never yours to begin with, Mary, because Granny didn't put you in her will. Why are you so obsessed with wanting that property, knowing that Granny ain't gonna give you that, knowing that Granny doesn't trust you with anything?
She tells you people that they gave me that $10,000 and they told me that was it. You're getting nothing else. You need to leave this condo. Nothing else is yours. You're a piece of shit and we all hate you. Goodbye. But now her son is saying, oh, well, we gave her a piece of property that was worth a lot of money. No, you did not. You never gave me that property. I never received the deed to that land. And I had lawyers sending my aunt letters to receive it, and she never responded. It was not my fault. I tried. I had somebody offering to buy that property who hired lawyers to get it unlocked. Catherine would not respond. And now Kathy has told her children that I had that property the whole time. How can she say both things? How can she tell you guys that property was always mine and I wasted it, but then also tell you that my Aunt Catherine was sued to take that property? How can both things be true? How can both things be true? For 5 years, my family has told people that I was given that property and that I was homeless of my own volition. They have lied. They have lied. They have lied. God damn it, they lied. That property was never mine. That property was never mine. We could have sent 1 million emails or letters by lawyer, and my aunt never would have responded, never would have let it go. I showed you guys last night that it took like 4 times for the people who finally sued her to finally get it, and it was by default. That property was never mine. My whole family is living off of the belief that I was given the deed to that property and I just didn't do anything with it. That's a lie. It was never given to me. It was always locked in that trust. And Kathy was telling people that trust was worthless, so there was no reason to even unlock it.
Oh, yeah. Her aunt gave her.
God, why won't anybody see the hypocrisy in their words? These are their words, not mine. This is my.
That property wasn't yours to begin with. It never was. It was always your grandma's. And when she died, she left it to her oldest children.
cousin telling people that I received that property. He's telling people I was given that property. How could I have been given it if my aunt had to be sued multiple times for somebody to take it from her? How was it mine if somebody never had to sue me to take it? They had to sue my aunt, right? My name was not on that trust, so how was that property mine? How was it ever mine? Somebody please, goddamn, explain it to me. Because they told me verbally it was mine, and then legally I could never do anything. But verbally, they're going to tell everybody it was mine, knowing that they stepped in my way legally and stopped me from ever doing anything with it. I am not lying. They have been doing this. They told me verbally it was mine. They told you verbally it was mine. And then they showed legally that it was never mine. And my aunt had to be sued to get it. So how was it ever mine? It's all just fucking mind games. They want you people to believe that I've received so much when really they told me something was mine that was never mine, and I spent over a year trying to access something that they knew was never mine and was never going to be released to me, just so they could later tell people that it was always mine. This is my family, okay?
Yeah. Sorry, what did I miss?
This is what you people don't even understand about my family. They do this. They lie. They make things up. And everybody just believes them. I knew I was not lying. I knew. I remembered my aunt coming and telling me verbally that property was mine if I could figure it out. I knew I wasn't lying. I knew I wasn't lying or misremembering. I knew it. Why would Kathy have told me verbally that it was mine, and her son be telling you all verbally that it was mine?
It's almost as though that it was never yours to begin with, Mary. I mean, you were given $10,000, but I bet that you wasted that money on, well, mostly drugs. Because knowing you, Mary, it wouldn't freaking surprise me.
If it was never mine, why? If it was never mine, why are so many people in this family saying it was mine and it was given to me and I just blew it? Why?
Well, because you are not careful with money. As a matter of fact, you can't even handle yourself. Why would your grandmother give you property if you're not going to pay the back taxes? Hell, you were even trying to sell that property and it wasn't even yours. Because, and let's not forget, you were living in that trailer that was behind the property, but since you were unable to get legal weed, and because of the weather conditions in Florida, you decided to run up because you were unable to get weed in Florida. You ran away and moved to LA. Let's not forget the fact that you chose to be homeless, Mary. You chose to live on the streets. We didn't tell you to do that. You did that yourself.
I showed you guys last night the fucking court records that proves that it was never in my name. But here's Randy right here saying that that property was mine and it was always mine and I just didn't do anything with it. It was never mine. It was never mine. It was never mine. They left me to be homeless. And now they won't even admit that they did that. They just keep telling you, oh, well, we gave her this. We gave her this. No, they didn't. I have proof that you never gave it to me, or my aunt would not have been had to sued to take it. And if it was mine, it would have been me that was sued and not my aunt. God, nobody's ever gonna believe me.
No one should believe you, Mary, because you're a pathological liar. Like I said earlier, you've lied so many times that you don't even know what the truth is.
Nobody's ever gonna believe me. I'm not lying.
Oh, Mimi. Mary is beyond crazy. She's batshit insane. And look, we've got 12 watchers. This is good.
I'm not lying. My family did this. My family did this. My family is doing this. This is literally my cousin telling you people that was mine, and it was never mine. It was never mine. It was never mine. And he has over $200,000 of his own to buy it, but he never did. He never did. It was never mine. If it was never mine, then why has everybody told me for the past 5 years that it was mine? If it was never mine, why was my sister threatening to murder me just last year for it? just a year ago, I was receiving death threats from my own sister, and apparently it was for something that was never even mine. And nobody will ever believe me. Not ever. Not ever. They'll never believe me because my family is so much more believable than me because they have money. And when you have money, you can change your story 1,000,000 times and people will still believe you because you have money. I never changed my story. I've been saying the same thing since this happened. They came and they told me verbally I could have that property, and then there was no way legally for me to obtain it. And the whole family has been telling everybody that I had it the whole time when I never did. I never received it. I asked Kathy where the deed was, and I was told to figure it out. That's the most they ever told me was to figure it out. How was I ever supposed to figure it out when it was never even mine? How could I ever have figured it out if it was never mine to begin with? How could I ever have figured it out?
Did I miss the part where she said Kathy won?
When it was left to my other aunt, how could I ever have figured it out? How could I ever have figured it out? But she came and she told me to figure it out, and then she judged me for not being able to figure it out. And she tells me that it's all my fault for not being able to figure it out. There was nothing to figure out because it was never mine. It was always my aunt's. It was never mine. If it was always my aunt's, then there was never anything I possibly could have ever figured out to do this. Never anything I could have ever possibly figured out to do this. Because it wasn't mine. It was my aunt's. It was my aunt's. That's why my aunt had to be the one to be sued for it, not me. That's why they didn't sue me. They told me they were suing me because they all believed it was mine. But then when the lawsuit came up, it wasn't me that was being sued. It wasn't me that was being sued. It wasn't me that was being sued because it wasn't me that owned that property. It was never me. It was never mine. It was never going to be mine, but they're going to keep telling you that it was mine. They're going to keep telling you that they gave it to me and I just wasted it. I just threw it away. I just let it rot. I didn't. I had a woman named Kimberly Tuttle. Look her up and ask her. Her name was Kimberly Tuttle. She had a son. His name was Josh Tuttle, and they were going to buy that property from me. They were going to give me $50,000 in cash for it and pay all of the lawyer's fees and all of the back taxes, all of the fees,
all the fees and $50,000 in cash for me. That was what was supposed to happen. That never happened because they had multiple lawyers that could not get my aunt to respond. My aunt would not respond. And I showed you guys last night that even when she finally got sued, she didn't respond. So how the fuck do you believe they were responding to me when they wouldn't respond to anybody else later? 5 years they wouldn't respond to anybody. But now they're telling everybody that it was always mine. I can't breathe. I can't do this. I wasn't lying. It wasn't lying. I wasn't. It was mine. And they told me it was mine. And then they legally stopped me from ever having any way to do anything with it so they could judge me.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's true. According to what cousin Mary and Aunt Kathy, Adrasdea has threatened self-harm so many times whenever no one gives in to her demands. She has done this so many times. And I think this, and now we get to the coup de grace, the grand finale of this whole Adrasdea mess. I'm not going to be on here for 6 hours like Hat Man. I only got a limited time window until Mary decides to go off on her high horse again.
Somebody has to help me. Somebody believe me. Please, somebody believe me. I'm not lying. 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 My family is abusive and nobody will ever believe me. I need help. I need help. I need help. I need somebody to believe me. I need somebody to believe me. I need somebody to believe me. I didn't lie. I didn't lie. My family is abusive and nobody will ever believe me because they're abusive and they're lying about it. I didn't lie. I never received that property. I never received anything. They lied. They lied and everybody is always going to believe them. They're lying. They're lying. God help me. They're lying. They're lying. They're lying. They're lying. They're lying! They're lying! They're lying!
Again, she has neighbors, guys. She has neighbors that can hear all this shit.
Please, God, somebody hear me. Somebody believe me. They're lying. They're lying. They are lying. They're lying. They are 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 lying. They're lying. They are 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 lying. They lied. They lied. They lied. They're abusive and they lie about it. And nobody will ever believe me because they lie about it. They are abusive. Please, God.
They are abusive and they lie about you. Yeah. We get it, Mary. Your family is a piece of shit. But let's not forget the fact that you're a piece of shit to begin with. You've always been a piece of shit. Your family, yes, Mary's family is the real victim.
God, somebody hear me. They're abusive. They're abusive. God, somebody please hear me. Please, God, hear me. My family is abusive and nobody will ever believe me because they say they're not.
Yeah, her parents, yeah, her mother should have swallowed. Yeah, her parents should have swallowed. I mean,
They're lying. They're lying. They're lying. They're lying and nobody's ever going to believe me.
no one should believe her.
Me. Nobody's ever gonna believe me because they're lying.
I would agree. I would disagree, Lil Git. I think maybe some horse tranquilizers will do wonders for her. Or maybe a shock collar or a stun gun. Anything. Anything that'll get anything. A combination of horse tranquilizers would benefit her. I mean, maybe some electroconvulsive therapy and a frontal lobe lobotomy. Anything can work for her. I mean, she's gone completely hysterical to the point where now it's becoming a big problem for herself and for everyone around her. Mary is a danger to herself. And to others.
No, they keep lying and telling everybody that I'm the liar, and they know that they're lying. They know that they're lying. My aunt knows that she told people for months that everything was fine, that it was all. I'll show you. They told me that it was mine.
Again, if you wish to donate $13 or $8 to my PayPal, here's the link, because the $3 charge is because there's a $3 charge for those who donate. So I can accept $8 or $13. You're right, Lil Git. You're right, Lil Git. She is her own worst enemy.
They told me. And it was mine. And this was last year when my little sister was threatening to kill me. This is last year when my little sister was threatening to kill me.
Okay, about that whole her little sister was threatening to kill her. Well, it was a troll pretending to be her little sister. It was, remember when she was living on the streets? That's what she was referring to. If you've seen Adonis Paul's documentary on Adrasdea, the first documentary on Adrasdea, the person that was pretending to be her little sister was fucking with her.
But they talked about it a lot before. I have to find the post, but they told me that it was mine. They told everybody it was mine, and then they told everybody that it wasn't. It was mine. And they told me that it was mine, and then they told everybody else that it was never mine. But they told everybody. They told everybody that it was mine.
Yeah. It's all going down. I mean, she's always saying this. It's never yours to begin with. It was never yours to begin with, Mary. It was always your aunt's. And I don't know why you don't see that. As a matter of fact, let's hear what Aunt Kathy has to say. I mean, I trust Aunt Kathy's words over that of Adrasdea's. I mean, let's hear what Shani has to say first. Sorry to keep you guys in suspense. But let's hear what the fat handbeast has to say because it's funny. This is from Shani's Instagram Live. Don't worry, we'll get back to Adrasdea. I just want to hear what the handbeast has to say.
Hi, I just want to apologize for my last video. I'm just very angry at the world right now.
We know, Shani. Like Blue said, Adrasdea is not as vindictive or conniving as Shani is. But again, as much as Shani is a piece of shit, at least Shani is not an accessory to murder. In fact, Shani could have the potential of being the perpetrator of murder. I mean, she attempted to murder her ex-husband when she was still married to Chris.
Because of everything that's going on with me.
We know.
And I'll just let you know, this is not for the people who hate me or anything.
Yeah. So from what I hear, Shani, Rev, and G-Man are now gonna be teaming up. From what I heard, Brett Keane, yeah, the manatee himself, invited Shani, Rev, and G-Man on his show. And whoa, Nelly. It was a complete shit show. A real shit show. I mean, these guys, I didn't think it'd be possible to have these guys in one room. These idiots, these degenerates in one room.
Okay.
And that's why I like to keep Shani and Adrasdea apart, because they don't need this. They don't need to be around each other.
This is for the people who care. And I'm not trying to play the victim or anything, but I'm really going through a very bad emotional, fuckery with me. And I'm fucked up.
Well, I was watching the whole issue with Adrasdea, and then I saw the something with Shani because Shani's recent Instagram thing. I could say that Shani and Adrasdea, they do have some similarities when it comes to playing the victim, complaining about no one believing them, and of course, shifting the blame onto others.
I'm very fucked up right now.
We know, Shani.
And I haven't been good all day.
We know.
Last night, I received a call from my mom's ex-husband, my stepdad.
I wonder why.
And he said, Shannon, I want you to know that I'm trying to get a hold of your mom.
Oh,
because
no. Oh, no. Oh, dear Lord. Let me. Oh, no. There are similarities between Shani and Adrasdea, especially when it comes to trying to talking shit about their families, their parents.
wrote me a Facebook message and said that she's dying and she wants to make it right with me and God.
Shani doesn't care about her parents. She hates her mom. She's just doing this to play the victim so that people will feel sorry for her. She does this whole pity party thing just to make herself feel better about herself.
And what really emotionally fucks me up is, like, a lot of people don't understand my history, but my mom pretty much has abused me my whole life and abandoned me. And what hurts the most is she's talking about wanting to get things right with God, but the one person she should be going to, she doesn't go to. Like, I didn't get a letter like that. I didn't get, like, your mom's dying from any one of my family members, but other people did. And I think that's what hurts the most. And I don't know if anyone can relate to this.
Her mom is in hospice. I don't know where she's getting this whole idea that her mom is dying. She is dying after all, but Shani's family disowned her. After the 2017 Christmas Eve fight, Shani's family immediately disowned her due to her violent outbursts and vile lifestyle. Much similar to Adrasdea, except Adrasdea disowned her family.
But do you know how hard it is to know that your mom's literally dying right now? And you can't even say goodbye to her because none of your family members will let you?
Well, that's because your family disowned you, you fat, stupid bitch.
Do you know how traumatizing that is? And to know that she's apologizing to everyone except you, the one person that needs to be apologized to?
Oh my God. Shani, your mom disowned you. You are nothing more than a narcissistic, selfish, entitled, greedy bitch who cares about nobody but herself and her ego and her pursuit for Insta fame.
All the lies and bullshit she told people, and she's worried about getting it right with God.
You and Adrasdea are one and the same. Especially when it comes to your parents. I mean, Adrasdea's mother is dying. Well, she says her mother is dying. We don't know that, but she has talked a lot of shit about her parents. She has talked a lot of shit about her mother. Same thing with Shani. The only difference is Adrasdea doesn't have kids, and she doesn't have her own Reb to abuse.
And you abuse the fuck out of your daughter and you don't say sorry? You're gonna get that. You're like, and I'm also facing my own mortality.
Yeah, you are. That's because you ignore your health. You eat nothing but fast food and smoke so much weed. You've done so many drugs. You refuse to exercise. You refuse to take care of your body. You're getting fatter and fatter every day. And like I said, with your physical and mental health deteriorating, Shani, you're probably not going to make it throughout the rest of the year. You probably might not make it till the end of the year.
At the same time,
I'm not saying that as being mean. I'm saying that as a fact. I mean, she is over 600 pounds. 400. She's over 400 pounds. And she does nothing but smoke weed all day, play video games, make film videos. She doesn't even take care of her kids. I mean, you've seen the conditions of the townhouse she and Rev left behind. I mean, oh my God. They let their kids sleep in filth. And I thought Von Helton's trailer was bad, but she is worse.
so if I'm not myself,
You're never yourself to begin with.
if I'm not there, and if I seem emotionally fucking checked out, you know why. It's because I'm not allowed to mourn my mother the way I need to mourn her.
You hate for God's sake, Shani. You've hated your mother. Your mother tried to do her best to take care of you, but you took advantage of that and decided to become a leech on her. You took the master bedroom, forcing your parents to sleep on the couch and in other rooms. And when you left, it was nothing. It was a complete pigsty. It looked like an episode of Hoarders. And this is the same thing when you were married to Chris. You left it in tattered ruins. Your mother tried her best to raise you, but of course, you took advantage of her hospitality and turned it against her.
And I'm not allowed to say goodbye to my mother. And then I have a bunch of other people on the internet who laugh at me over it.
No, they point out all the bullshit you've said. They have made countless of videos. They've shown fucking receipts of your bullshit. And you like to lie and blame everybody but yourself for all your own failures.
And make fun of me for that.
No, they point out all your bullshit.
And it really is emotionally fucking me up.
No one's going to believe you. No one's going to believe her. No one's going to believe her stories.
Because it's like, I would never do that to my children.
Yes, you did.
I would never do that to my children. Like, if I do something wrong to my children, I always say I'm sorry to them. I always apologize.
You don't even give two fucks about your children. You basically forced them to live in filth. You've ignored them most of their lives. You've even threatened to hit your autistic. You let Jason talk shit about your son, your autistic son, Zachary. And on top of that, you use your kids as human shields to garner pity from onlookers who don't even know the full story.
Apologize. You know, I'm human. Human, to be human is to err. But I think I deserve the number one most apology from her, and I didn't get it. But her ex-husband did. And he's done a lot worse. I haven't even done anything to her, but he's done so bad to her, and she gives him
Well, yes. She is nothing more than pure evil. Shani and Adrasdea are the focal point of this channel. And I try my best to move on from Shani but it's hard to avoid her. I mean, she's almost in every notification, and God damn it.
Him the apology and not me. Maybe it's jealousy that I feel, I don't know. But
you're jealous of other people, Shani. Every time Rev compliments beautiful, young, much more attractive girls, you go on and try to like gaslight him, try to manipulate him, and tell him that you're better looking than them. You are the most ugly, disgusting, vile creature I've ever seen. I mean, fuck you for how you talk shit about Missy Yan. Fuck you for talking shit about Renee, crazy Renee. And fuck you for trying to say that you're better than all those Instagram models. You are the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And you're unapologetic about it. You think you're this hot, sexy, plus-sized model, but you're nothing more than a vile creature that feeds solely on hatred and negativity.
it's like you want to get right with God, but yet you're still shunning your seed. Like, you want to get right with God. God meets you how you judge others.
God meets you on how you judge others? Really? Then if that's the case, then you basically have judged almost everyone and you have called them evil. Same thing with Rev. You, G-Man, then if that's the case, then God would look at you, G-Man, Rev, and say, depart from me. I never knew you. Because you are the most judgmental about people. All three of you combined are the most judgmental about people. You call them liars. You call them atheists. You call them evil things. You've accused people of crimes that they didn't commit. And, well, you're not really that much of a faithful person to begin with.
And how you treat others.
You treat others like shit,
Like,
Shani.
what makes you think that you're going to be accepted in heaven when you can't accept your own daughter? God says, forgive them, or your father won't forgive you. So I was up last night thinking about that. Like, holy shit. If my mom doesn't say sorry to me, she's fucking doomed.
Oh my God. You know, on her deathbed, I'm betting that Betty is saying that she wishes that you were never born, Shani. I'm betting her last words are going to be, I wish Shani I wish Shani had never been born. That's basically what Betty's going to say. She's going to say, dying, surrounded by her family that actually loves her, and that doesn't include you. She's going to say that I wish that Shani had never been born. You destroyed that woman, Shani. You destroyed that woman emotionally.
She gives everyone else apologies. She gives everyone else answers, and I get completely ignored and treated like I don't exist. And it's like everyone treats me like I don't exist. But yeah, I'm also this like butt of all jokes at
Well,
the same time when I'm going through tremendous emotional pain that no one should be going through. Like, just think. I want everyone to think your mom is dying. Right? Just think about it. How it would make you feel if you knew your mom was dying and none of your family members is getting a hold of you to tell you that, and you find it out from fucking strangers on the internet. Just imagine how horrifying that is. And just imagine how horrifying that is. How I've never gotten an apology from that woman, never.
she has tried to apologize to you so many times. She's tried to she's tried to warn people that every time, I mean, the more people feed into her, the more it's going to be worse for her. The more she's going to get worse. I mean, why are you still trying to fight for your mother's approval? I mean, she has good reason not to apologize to you. You destroyed that woman financially and emotionally. I mean, she is dying, and you are here caring about no one but yourself and your stupid pursuit for e-fame. You didn't even care about your son when he was taken to the crisis center for a psychological evaluation due to threats of suicide.
I never been comforted by her really either. So it's not surprising. Like, I can't remember one time in my life where she actually comforted me.
Yeah, I'm betting Betty wishes that she should have swallowed.
Like, after my last marriage broke up, she didn't hug me.
Oh, bull fucking horse shit, Shani. Your mother treated you to a day at the salon as like some sort of feel better treat. She took you to get your hair done, get you a makeover. She took you to get a makeover after Chris broke up with you. She took you in, for God's sakes. She tried to cheer you up.
She didn't tell me it was going to be okay. She just looked at me and said, Shannon, go to work. Go to work.
She tried to... Yes, that's what I said, Nisa. She tried to cheer her up. But that's not the story she wants to go to.
And then she yell and scream at me whenever I cry.
No, she didn't.
It's like, can I please, for once in my life, be allowed to mourn properly instead of being thrown away and be told to just fucking deal with it? Because it's not easy.
Here we go with the fake tears. Oh, boo-hoo. Woe is fucking me. Shani, get over yourself. No one is going to believe you. No one is going to believe that you're actually sad for your mother's death.
To deal with so many fucking losses. It's not easy. To have your heart constantly ripped out.
Yes, Chase. Yes, Chris Dornbush was interviewed by the Geek Room, and he has told his side of the story, which, of course, I would prefer to Chris's side of the story over Shani's, because we all know how much of a pathological liar Shani is. And good Lord, there is so much to unpack. It's not even funny. I mean, Chris talked about the time her brother-in-law, Chris's brother, about the incident with where she pinned, where Chris talked about the time that Shanny shoved her brother-in-law into a screen door, and she blamed it on the dog. He talked about the time Shanny came at him with an axe. Much like I said, even though Shanny might not be an accessory to murder, she has the potential of being a perpetrator of murder.
And it's not fair to be so fucking cold-hearted where you ignore your daughter that's done nothing but love you. It's all I wanted from my mom. My whole life I wanted love from her. And she never gave it.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, Hard Truths. She's nothing more than a fucking narcissist. Same thing with Adrasdea. She's always going to cry and say no one's going to believe her. At least Shanny didn't fall in love with a child molester who murdered his previous fiance.
And she never gave it. And she talks to her fucking ex-husband that beat the shit out of her, and she says sorry to him, and she wants to make it up with him, but not me. Her own flesh and blood, her own daughter,
You verbally and emotionally abused your mother. You nearly threatened the life of your stepfather, Joe.
person who came out of her own blood. And I'm shunned.
Well, that's because you are an evil, manipulative, narcissistic demon of a woman.
So that's what I'm going through emotionally. So maybe you could understand why I am the way I am right now, because it's not good. It's not good, and no one deserves to not being able to say goodbye to their mom. No one does. Because it's cruel, and it's abusive as hell.
We get it, Shanny. Peace and mirror. All right, now let's go back to Adrasdea's freakouts, because I just wanted to show that.
Here it is. After Meemaw passed away, there was a GoFundMe that I made to take care of myself, and I was attacked here on Facebook by my family. Here it is. They told everybody that it was mine.
Now going from one crying mess to now we're going from one crying mess back to the previous crying mess.
They told me that it was mine, and then they told everybody else that it was never mine, but they told everybody.
For those of you who wish to throw a little something my way, you can, if you want to, like $8 or $13, because yes, I would accept $8 or $13 for my PayPal, because the $3 charge, because PayPal has like this $3 charge. Or I mean, not $8 or $18. $8 or like $13.
They told everybody that it was mine.
Or $18.
Here it is. After Meemaw passed away, there was a GoFundMe that I made to take care of myself.
So she had a GoFundMe that she needed to take care of herself because she can't take care of herself on her own.
And I was attacked here on Facebook by my family. who said that I was just greedy and selfish and trying to profit off of me while I was dead. My aunt insisted that her husband had seen the will and I was taken care of, but it would be a while, so I deactivated the fund. Tonight my aunts came to kick me out, claiming there's no will, and tomorrow I'm gonna be homeless, and I could have had 2 months to raise money before it happened, but now it's too late. There's another one Kathy commented on. Kathy commented on one that would say it's about Misty. This is just
Misty was the name of her cat that she didn't take along with her.
before I left the property, and I left out there, but this is just before I left Florida. Why can't I find the person I'm looking for? God damn it! Why can't I find the person I'm looking for? Yes, Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy is abusive and she won! Kathy is abusive! Kathy is abusive! And she won! She won! She won! She won! Nobody's ever going to believe me again because Kathy won!
Kathy won! Type Kathy won in the chat, folks. Kathy won.
Kathy is abusive and she won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy!
Yeah! At last! Kathy won. Aunt Kathy won, folks. Let us celebrate for the win that Kathy has received on this day.
Won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won!
Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy is number one, folks. Kathy is number one. And Kathy won. Adrasdea 0. Oh!
Won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won!
Blue, was this the one where you told Adrasdea to take a breather?
Kathy won! 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 My abusive aunt 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 won!
Kathy wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
My abusive aunt won. My abusive aunt won.
Someone better make a remix of that. I mean, I don't know if I could ask Burnt Toast, but I'm going to see if I can share this. No.
Can I find the person? Yes, Kathy won. Yes, Kathy won.
Start at
Kathy won. Kathy is abusive and she won. Kathy is abusive. Kathy is abusive. And she won. She won. She won. She won. Nobody's ever going to believe me again because Kathy. nobody's ever going to believe me again because
Or I'm just let me play this.
Kathy won! Kathy is abusive and she won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy! Kathy is never going to believe me again because Kathy won!
Sorry.
Kathy is abusive and she won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Kathy won! Abusive and she won! Kathy
Yeah.
won! Kathy 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 won! My abusive aunt 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 won!
Kathy won. No, Kathy did win. Kathy did win. Flawless. Kathy wins. Flawless victory. Sorry, I was going to ask Burnt Toast if she could make a remix of Adrasdea saying Kathy won. Or maybe I should ask Adonis Paul or someone to like make it like a remix of that using like some sort of hip hop beats.
My abusive family has won. My abusive family has won. My abusive family has won, and I have to kill myself.
Of course, her abusive family has won. No, hard truths. Adrasdea has a habit of repeating her phrases over and over again. It's part of her mental illness.
Because my abusive family won. I have to die because my abusive family won. I have to hurt myself because my family is abusive and they won. And they want me to hurt myself and they want me to die and they won. Kathy won. Kathy won. Kathy wants me to die and she won. Kathy wants me to die and she won. Kathy wants me to die and she won. She won. She won. She won. She won. Kathy wants me to die and she won. Kathy wants me to die and she won. Kathy wants me to die and she won. 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 Kathy wants me to die and 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 she won. Kathy wants me to die, and she won. Kathy won. Kathy won.
A wise man once said, the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. Do you know what the definition of insanity, folks? You were listening to that. You were basically listening to the definition of insanity. Every time she yells, "Kathy won," can we at least take a moment?
Kathy wants me to die, and she.
Can we at least appreciate the moment that? Can we at least appreciate the fact that Kathy won?
What? Kathy wants me to die, and she won. 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 Kathy wants me to die, and she won.
I don't know if this is a loop or she's just saying the same thing.
Kathy wants me to die, and she won. Kathy wants me to die, and she won.
Okay, maybe that's probably a loop.
Kathy wants me to die, and she won. 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 Kathy wants me to die. Kathy wants me to die. Kathy wants me to die.
And I think this is where Blue went in and said, told Adrasdea to take a breather because she's hyperventilating herself.
Kathy wants me to die, and she won. 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 She won.
Hold on. And now she starts punching herself.
She won. She won. She won. She won.
She's punching herself. If you didn't notice, she's punching herself right now.
She won. She won. She won. She won. She won. She won. She won.
Yeah, it ended off with her punching herself in the face. So, what we can take away from this is Kathy won. And Kathy is the winner in all this. And Kathy, if you watch the replay of this, again, I would like to invite you on a stream where I can talk to you. It won't be it doesn't have to be an interview, but we can just talk and have a little meaningful conversation, just the two of us. I mean, you seem like an interesting person, and I would like to get to know more about you in the near future. Anyway, that's going to do it for this stream. I hope you guys liked it. If you want to see more, please be sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. You can follow me on Twitter at rgjaime91. Again, if you wish to donate to me, you can feel free to donate $8 or $13 to my PayPal. Any amount will do. Again, thank you guys for coming out here. Thank you for Chase the Train for donating to my PayPal. You are awesome. Like I said, I'm going to start doing more StreamYard streams in the near future. I just wanted to cover this because it's too hard to ignore. Thank you guys for coming out here. It means so much to me. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and that's pretty much that. That being said, I'm Rick Silla, and I will see you guys in the near future. Peace out, folks.